Good morning, guys. It is 5:50 in the morning. Let's go get ready.
How did we get here?
So in 2021, my cousin passed away. It led me into a pretty rough time, and it was awful. I was honestly at my lowest, and I got to a point where my health was just awful. I was so unfit, it was pathetic. Vaseline. So I kind of came up with this idea to set up a fundraiser for the hospital that looked after her. Originally, I'd said I'd run a kilometre for every £10 raised. I thought I'd raise that max £500, run 50 kilometres. I thought it'd be nice and easy. That quickly changed when a few months in, I'd raised, I think, £3,000, and I was like, I obviously can't break world records in this. So I changed that to £100 equal the kilometre, and yeah, £9,000 on the day, 90 kilometres.
Proud of you.
See you in a bit.
I'm so proud of you. And I know you're going to smash it. You've got this.
I think it's time to get going.
Your training beforehand, before that point, you talked about the day you hadn't been the best up until then.
My training was rough. Over the whole training period, I averaged 17 kilometres a week. I think I'm max like 30 kilometres a week, which obviously that's barely what you do to run a marathon. I mean, it's not even close to what you do to run a marathon. So doing that to run 100k, 90k, obviously at that time I didn't know what it was going to be. I was hoping to be running 100. So yeah, training definitely not the best.
Now you've set off, and did that lack of training in the initial bit catch up to you?
Probably the 8k mark, my right knee first started to go. I felt the all too familiar pains from all of my training runs, and I knew I was going to be in for a long day at that point.
Oh, it is pissing it down now. This is not fun. Jesus Christ. Phone's almost getting blown out of my hand as I'm running. 30 kilometres in, my left knee is feeling awful right now, but hopefully that can calm down pretty soon. Hopefully it's not one that's going to last the entire time. I'm stuck at the moment though. What am I meant to do about this? What an absolute mess. This is going to soak my shoes. I had to sprint through after a big van separated it, like fucking Moses spreading the Red Sea. I kind of want to go to bed now.
So how important was the support of the family and friends throughout the run as you were going?
Couldn't have done it without them, honestly. The support system around me was really what carried me through it. One of the big ones was my parents. They kept popping up in random spots on my route. Seeing them was always a boost.
Lad, how you doing?
I gotta keep going.
Okay.
I had people join me multiple different points. The first 10k, I think someone joined me around the 20k mark. Pretty much the entire second half I had people with me at varying points of it.
Keep going!
Hello!
Come on, mate.
Smashing it. Keep up. God, see you guys soon. Yeah, you're doing incredible.
I actually did have I had this little WhatsApp group. They had a little live feed tracking where I was going throughout the day. Although I did forget at one point to turn it on, so kind of left myself out to dry at some points.
Disappeared off the map.
Yeah, pretty much.
your cousin meant a lot to you. Are you able to tell us a little bit more about her?
She was one of the most amazing people you'd ever have the chance to meet. She'd gone through really tough times. She was born with a liver defect. By 18 months she'd had her first transplant. She was initially given, I think, early 20s as a life expectancy, which, as you can imagine, that's a hard thing to hear. And then COVID hits and she's now ill again. She had a second transplant with her liver. That actually took fine, but then she got ill. She had fluid build-up in her lungs, and unfortunately that was just too much for her. She was weak after the surgery. I think the thing with Liv is she was the most happy person you'll ever meet. She'd walk into a room, she'd light up the room, and she was the life of every party. She was chatty, she was bubbly, and she just had a great outlook on life. Something that I've really taken or tried to take from her is she just always wanted the best for everyone around her. She always made you feel like you were really wanted when you were around her, and she was great. Honestly, one of the best people you meet. I should miss her so much, to be honest.
How's it going?
I'm still moving. It's just this leg. Time for some pizza.
That was horrible, that stretch, going through Moberly in that rain.
I knew the wind would be grim, but I just did not account for how much of a lashing it would be when joined with rain.
How's the route been going? Has it been kind of...
Actually 2 sections where the roads have been closed and I've had to get past either people stopping you or actual barriers.
The light is going to get worse and worse now, so people don't see it.
See you later, guys. And so you told us a little bit about Liv, and what really motivated you to do this challenge for her?
The thing with Liv is, also explain what she's like as a person. You can all understand that she's someone that you do a lot for, but I don't think anyone really, even her, knew how much she did for me. She really pulled me out of a pretty shitty time. Back in, I think it was 2016, I was at my lowest. Even to date, the lowest I've ever been. I was dragging myself through days, so I didn't see much point in anything. I had my whole family, friends around me, and I felt just alone and just unwanted, really. I don't know. It was a really tough time, and I remember going over to Ireland with my dad, I think it was, and we all were out. We were drinking at my cousin's house, my cousin Jen, and Liv made this whole song and dance about demanding that my dad paid for my flight over to Ireland so I could spend the weekend with her and her boyfriend. And it was she was just inviting me. It wasn't a whole family thing, she was just inviting me. And I think that moment was such a true sign of love. She really cared about me and she really wanted me there. It really dragged me out of a pretty shitty time. I was just every day was just spiraling further and further down. And yeah, she's a big reason I'm here today. She was huge, and it was a great weekend as well. I did get us kicked out of the pub we went to. Threw up in the bathroom. Next morning, went on a whiskey tasting with Liv, and it was the most hungover I've ever been. It was an awful whiskey tasting, but yeah, and it's something that, I mean, I don't think I'll ever get over. I think, how can you ever get over it? Is I regret never telling her how much she helped me and like what she really did for me. I think it's definitely my biggest regret, but she was so amazing in that moment for me, where I felt like I had no one, and I feel like I had to do this in her honour. Really do her proud.
Yeah, you definitely shown that to everybody with this run. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. I was doing a 20-kilometre section, so by the end of it I'd be at the 70 mark, and I thought, once I've hit 70k, it's a breeze from there. It's only a half marathon left. I was back out, good speed, had that fuel of the pizza in me, had a new running mate. It was all going really well at this point. I was buzzing. I was like back on a high, ready to finish this. I was ready. But then, honestly, everything just kind of caught up with me at once. Around the 68-kilometre mark, I just started feeling awful. I just had nothing in me.
The brain is not brain.
I just felt so faint. It was awful. I genuinely thought that I wouldn't be able to carry on at this point. Like, it was terrible.
Well done.
Well done. Well done.
Nice one, dude. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Absolute hero.
Well done, mate. Well, mate. Can I treat you in for your first beer? Come on. Come on.
Committee in there.
Come on then, Tom.
Well done, you big man. Tom, so proud of you, darling. Amazing. Well done. Such a achievement. Well done. You should be so proud of yourself. Amazing. See, you need it.
How did the fundraiser do, and can you just talk us through?
Yeah, the fundraiser, we smashed it. Like, I honestly could not thank everyone enough for the fundraiser. So obviously on the day I was up to about 9,000 raised. Through the period after, I think I left it open for a month after, and we raised £15,500, or I think it was just over that. So huge donations. From the bottom of my heart, I just could never thank people enough for what they did. I decided with my family to split the donations between the liver unit and the ICU. I got to go over to Dublin, go to the hospital, meet the head of their foundation charity side of the hospital, which was really nice. There was this really nice moment during it though, where when we were taking the photos with the liver unit check, there was one of the staff going by from the hospital, and he noticed the sign, and he came over and was explaining how, I think he said 2 years prior, he was in hospital having a liver transplant, and how it saved his life. He could have not been with us today had it not been for the liver unit at St Vincent's Hospital. And I think having a real face-to-face interaction with someone who has gone through it was really impacting. It was so nice to see where my money would be helping, who my money would help. The joy on his face seeing the donation, I don't know, it was just amazing, honestly.
And what do you want the audience and people watching this to take away from your journey and this challenge?
For me, this main thing, and something that Liv always was so great at, is just showing the people you love that you love them. Don't hide your feelings, don't be within yourself because you're worried it might be a bit cringy or embarrassing. Really let everyone know that you really care for them, because I always wish that I'd been better at it with Liv when she was around.
I'll know the hat. I'll get it, you carry on.